Breaking news from Toyota headquarters. After months of rumors and wild speculation, the wait is finally over. Toyota CEO has just confirmed what we've all been hoping for. The legendary Toyota Stout is back, and it's more badass than ever. This isn't just a pickup truck, it's a bold statement, a direct shot at the entire auto industry. Compact, rugged, affordable, and loaded with surprises, the 2026 Toyota Stout is here to shake up the game. It's official. The automotive world just got rocked by a game-changing announcement. Toyota's CEO has pulled the curtain back on a vehicle that's been buried in mystery and nostalgia for decades. That's right, the Toyota Stout is back, and the 2026 model is already being hailed as one of the most disruptive launches in recent truck history. After months of leaks, speculation, and anticipation, Toyota has finally broken the silence. And what they've revealed is nothing short of stunning. In an era where full-size trucks dominate the headlines and electric crossovers flood the market, Toyota is making a bold move in the opposite direction. A compact, affordable, utility-first pickup with strong hybrid potential, urban-friendly dimensions, and classic Toyota dependability baked into every inch. Buckle up, because this isn't just a truck, it's a statement about where the auto industry is heading next. To truly understand the magnitude of this announcement, we have to rewind the clock. The original Toyota Stout debuted in the 1950s and saw various iterations into the 1970s, largely remembered for its utilitarian spirit, durable build, and no-frills approach to hauling. While it never achieved the cultural icon status of the Hilux or Tacoma, it laid the groundwork for Toyota's global dominance in the truck world. Fast forward to 2026, and the name Stout is being resurrected not as a nostalgic throwback, but as a purpose-built answer to the growing demand for affordable, fuel-efficient, and compact trucks. This is Toyota recognizing a void in the market, a space between bloated full-size pickups and expensive lifestyle trucks, and stepping in with a product that brings everything back to basics: capability, simplicity, and value. The return of the Stout is more than just a branding decision. It's a message to competitors and consumers alike that Toyota hasn't forgotten its roots, and it's ready to lead the next wave of practical, people-first transportation. At first glance, the 2026 Toyota Stout looks like a cross between a scaled-down Tacoma and a lifted RAV4. But this is no Frankenstein project. Built on Toyota's proven TNGA platform, the same architecture that underpins the Corolla Cross and RAV4, the new Stout isn't a body-on-frame beast, but rather a unibody pickup designed for efficiency, agility, and comfort. That means better fuel economy, smoother driving dynamics, and much lighter weight than traditional trucks, all without compromising on utility. The Stout is aimed squarely at drivers who want the look and function of a pickup, but without the bulk, poor mileage, and inflated price tag. Think weekend adventurers, small business owners, suburban commuters, even first-time truck buyers. With short overhangs, a squared-off front end, integrated LED lighting, and aggressive plastic cladding, the Stout looks rugged without being overbearing. It blends aesthetic hues from Toyota's off-road lineup with urban practicality, delivering a design that's equally at home at a construction site or a Costco parking lot. Under the hood is where things get even more exciting. While Toyota hasn't released every final detail, credible reports point to the base version being powered by a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine, the same one used in the Corolla Cross. That's enough to deliver reliable performance for everyday duties without guzzling gas. But here's where the real twist comes in. Toyota is expected to offer its legendary 2.5-liter hybrid powertrain, the same setup found in the RAV4 Hybrid and Camry Hybrid, generating over 200 horsepower with exceptional torque and fuel economy. This would instantly make the Stout one of the most efficient trucks on the road, potentially surpassing even the Ford Maverick Hybrid. And if the rumors are true, an all-electric Stout may already be in development for 2027 or beyond, which would align perfectly with Toyota's gradual but deliberate shift toward electrification. In other words, Toyota is not just bringing back the Stout, they're future-proofing it from start. This is a truck that blends old-school toughness with 21st-century engineering. Now, let's step inside, because the interior of the 2026 Stout might be one of its most underrated assets. Unlike older compact pickups that felt bare-bones and basic, the Stout offers a modern, tech-savvy cabin that feels more like a small SUV than a truck. You're looking at an 8 or even 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system running Toyota's latest software, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, and an optional digital instrument cluster that gives off a premium vibe. The cabin is likely to feature a two-row setup, with decent legroom in the rear, enough for daily commuting, ride-sharing, or family use. You'll also find clever storage solutions, a modular center console, USB-C charging ports, and durable, wipeable materials that prioritize function without sacrificing style. Higher trims could offer heated seats, push-button start, automatic climate control, and a power rear window, features you'd typically expect from a midsize SUV, not a compact pickup under $25,000. Toyota is clearly aiming to blur the line between utility and comfort here. Here's where Toyota drops the real bomb: the price. According to Toyota's CEO, the 2026 Stout will start under $25,000 and potentially as low as $23,000 for the entry-level gas model. That puts it directly in the path of the Ford Maverick, which has owned the compact pickup segment since its debut. But Toyota isn't just copying Ford's formula. They're undercutting it, improving on it, and adding their own twist with proven hybrid tech and better interior quality. If Toyota can pull this off with the kind of scale and reliability the brand is known for, the Stout could devastate competing models not just from Ford and Hyundai, but also put pressure on GM, Stellantis, and even Honda to step up their game. For the average buyer looking for versatility, fuel savings, and a sub-$25K entry point, the Stout might just be the most practical new vehicle in America. And given the economic climate, Toyota's timing couldn't be more perfect. The era of bloated, overpriced trucks may finally be coming to an end, and the Stout is leading the charge. Zooming out, the 2026 Stout isn't just a product launch. It's a strategic chess move. Toyota sees where the market is heading. Consumers are tired of $50,000 trucks, overpriced EVs, and vehicles that are too large for daily life. By reintroducing the Stout, Toyota is doubling down on affordability, efficiency, and practical design, all while preparing for a hybrid and electric future. It's a bet on middle America, young buyers, and practical families who want value and reliability without the fluff. At the same time, it expands Toyota's truck lineup in a smart way, bridging the gap between the Corolla Cross and the Tacoma and offering dealers a lower-priced, high-volume option. It's also a move that will help Toyota meet emissions targets while drawing in first-time truck buyers who might have never considered a pickup before. Simply put, the Stout is more than a model. It's a symbol of Toyota's next chapter. With the Maverick dominating the compact truck scene for the past few years, it's only natural to compare the 2026 Toyota Stout head-to-head with Ford's breakout star. Both trucks are unibody, affordable, and aimed at younger or cost-conscious buyers. But the Stout comes with a few unique advantages. First, Toyota's hybrid system has a proven edge in long-term reliability and efficiency. The RAV4 hybrid platform has been battle-tested, and if it powers the Stout, buyers can expect class-leading fuel economy and long-term durability. Secondly, Toyota's global supply chain and dealer network mean the Stout may avoid the supply shortages and dealer markups that plagued the early Maverick rollout. Lastly, the Stout's design seems to strike a better balance between toughness and daily usability. Where the Maverick feels more like a crossover with a bed, the Stout leans into its truck identity without going full Tacoma, giving buyers a better emotional connection to the product. This segment of the market is heating up fast, but Toyota might just have built the Maverick killer we've been waiting for. Payload, towing, and practicality. Now, let's talk real-world utility, because even small trucks need to pull their weight. While the Stout won't be a towing monster like the Tundra or Tacoma, it's designed to be more than just a lifestyle vehicle. Industry whispers suggest payload capacity could hover around 1,500 pounds, with towing capacity reaching 3,000 to 3,500 pounds for properly equipped models, likely those with the hybrid or all-wheel drive configurations. That's more than enough for dirt bikes, weekend trailers, home improvement materials, and small business use. The bed may feature modular storage, integrated tie-downs, a power outlet, and even a sliding bed extender, smart features for people who actually use their trucks. Toyota knows that buyers in this segment want something compact but capable, and it looks like the Stout is aiming to strike that perfect middle ground between utility and daily comfort, off-road potential, and adventure appeal. If you're thinking the Stout is only for city dwellers or suburban DIYers, think again. there's growing buzz around a possible TRD off-road trim, which would give the Stout legitimate trail running and dirt road capabilities. Think upgraded suspension, skid plates, all-terrain tires, and multi-terrain drive modes, all packed into a smaller, more agile truck that can go places larger pickups simply can't. While it won't be a rock crawler like the Tacoma TRD Pro, the off-road ready Stout could appeal to weekend adventurers, overlanders, and younger buyers who want to escape the pavement without blowing $50,000. Toyota's experience in off-road engineering could give the Stout a serious edge over rivals like the Maverick or Santa Cruz, both of which struggle with trail readiness beyond gravel roads. If the TRD trim happens, Toyota might be tapping into a completely new kind of adventure market, one that's budget-conscious but hungry for freedom. Global strategy: will the Stout be sold worldwide? One of the biggest unanswered questions is whether the Stout will be a global model or U.S. exclusive. Toyota's TNGA platform is used worldwide, and the compact pickup trend is gaining momentum in Latin America, Southeast Asia, Australia, and parts of Europe. If the Stout is manufactured in Thailand or Brazil, both known Toyota production hubs, we could see it hitting emerging markets that want low-cost, fuel-efficient trucks with light utility capabilities. There's even speculation about a right-hand drive version for markets like Australia and the UK, where Toyota has strong pickup loyalty. By creating a flexible, globally viable truck, Toyota could use the Stout to reinforce its international dominance while simultaneously taking pressure off its more expensive models. In short, the Stout could go from being a niche experiment in North America to a core pillar of Toyota's international light truck strategy. Dealer reaction and consumer buzz. Toyota dealers are already buzzing, and for good reason. A compact, sub-$25K truck with hybrid tech and strong brand loyalty? That's a sales dream. Dealers across the U.S. are reportedly lining up to stock the Stout in volume, with some predicting it could outsell the Corolla Cross in key regions. Online forums and social media groups are flooded with early renderings, speculation, and excited buyers asking, "When can I reserve one?" This is the kind of organic hype that can't be bought, and Toyota is smart to lean into it. Expect aggressive marketing, special editions, and maybe even limited pre-orders. If Toyota plays their cards right, the Stout could create the kind of frenzy we haven't seen since the early Prius or first-gen RAV4, but this time in truck form. Here's a bold prediction. The Stout could eventually outsell the Tacoma in the U.S. Why? Simple: price and practicality. As truck prices skyrocket and full-size models become out of reach for many Americans, a well-priced, efficient, and capable small truck could capture a much broader audience. The Tacoma is beloved, but it's grown larger, more expensive, and more rugged than the average driver needs. The Stout, by contrast, hits that perfect middle ground, a truck for everyone. If Toyota can deliver enough units, avoid markups, and keep hybrid supply flowing, the Stout might just become America's most popular compact truck and one of the brand's overall bestsellers. In a time when trucks have become bloated with massive screens, luxury pricing, and tech that rivals premium sedans, Toyota Stout takes us back to a simpler formula, a truck that does what it's supposed to do, without overcomplicating it. This is more than nostalgia. It's a market shift. Consumers are fed up with $60,000 trucks that can't even fit in a garage. They're looking for practicality, affordability, and reliability, and the Stout offers all three in one tidy package. Toyota understands that not everyone wants or needs a 400-horsepower luxury liner on wheels. Some people just want a compact, efficient, reliable truck they can use every day to move furniture, to help friends, to haul tools, without financing it for 8 years. That's what makes the Stout so revolutionary. It's refreshingly unpretentious. Hybrid efficiency, game changer for work and fleet buyers. Fleet managers, contractors, and small business owners are always looking to maximize ROI. And with gas prices fluctuating, hybrid trucks are quickly becoming the smartest long-term investment. Toyota's legendary hybrid systems are already known for durability and low maintenance. But pairing that with a compact pickup's utility? That's gold. For commercial fleets that need dozens of trucks, the Stout Hybrid could offer lower operating costs, fewer fuel stops, and better long-term reliability than both traditional gas trucks and newer EVs. And since Toyota hybrids have been known to last well over 200,000 miles with minimal issues, we could see the Stout quickly become a favorite in industries that need consistent, cost-effective performance. Whether it's a landscaping company, delivery contractor, or municipal fleet, the Stout could be the fleet king of the decade. Make no mistake, the 2026 Stout is a strategic piece in Toyota's broader electrification puzzle. While Toyota has been conservative about going fully electric compared to brands like Tesla or Ford, they've doubled down on hybrids and plug-in hybrids as a realistic middle ground. The Stout fits perfectly into that strategy. It doesn't force buyers into an EV-only future. Instead, it offers a bridge between gas and electric, easing people into greener vehicles without range anxiety or infrastructure issues. It also allows Toyota to meet stricter fuel economy regulations without alienating traditional truck buyers. If an electric version does arrive in 2027 or beyond, the hybrid Stout will have already paved the way by proving that small, smart, electrified trucks actually work. Urban utility. Why the Stout is a perfect city truck. Let's face it, not everyone lives in Texas or drives on dirt roads. Millions of people live in cities and suburbs where full-size trucks are simply too big, too clunky, and too expensive to park, fuel, and maintain. That's where the Stout really shines. With its compact dimensions and tight turning radius, it's made for city life, weaving through traffic, squeezing into parking spots, and navigating narrow alleys. Yet, it still gives you the flexibility of a truck bed for hauling weekend gear, groceries, tools, or even bikes and kayaks. For city dwellers who've always wanted a truck but couldn't justify the bulk or cost, the Stout is the perfect solution. Toyota's competitive advantage. Why the Stout won't fail. Many automakers have tried compact trucks and failed. Remember the Honda Ridgeline's early years? Or the strange niche life of the Hyundai Santa Cruz? What makes Toyota different is its massive dealer network, its global scale, and, most importantly, its reputation for reliability and resale value. People trust Toyota. That trust means buyers are far more likely to give the Stout a chance, even if they've never owned a compact truck before. Toyota has the power to move hundreds of thousands of units if demand is high, something that startup EV makers and smaller brands simply can't match. And with the company's record of keeping long-term ownership costs low, the Stout may become a go-to recommendation for anyone needing an entry-level truck for daily life. Could the Stout spawn a new segment of urban trucks? We've had crossover SUVs, coupe SUVs, and compact vans, but the Stout could be the start of a new truck category altogether, urban trucks. This is more than a Maverick clone. It's the idea of a pickup tailored for people who value form, function, fuel economy, and footprint size over brute force. If it succeeds, expect to see brands like Nissan, Honda, Mazda, or even Hyundai start working on smaller, sub-$25K unibody pickups too. The ripple effect of the Stout could lead to a whole new generation of trucks, more inclusive, more accessible, and more suited to modern life. Special editions and TRD packages. What's coming next? While the base model will be affordable and practical, Toyota is known for spicing things up with special editions and TRD off-road variants. Don't be surprised if we see a Stout TRD off-road with all-terrain tires, lifted suspension, skid plates, and rugged styling details. There could also be an urban edition, a blacked-out trim with sport wheels, tech-focused interiors, and more aggressive aesthetics. Toyota may even launch a limited retro Stout, with styling cues from the original 1960s version. These variations would not only expand the customer base, but also give enthusiasts something to get really excited about. Expect collectability, high demand, and strong resale, especially in the early years. When you first lay eyes on the 2026 Toyota Stout, you immediately notice something interesting. It doesn't scream off-roader, nor does it feel overly soft like a family crossover. Instead, it finds a unique sweet spot, a rugged aesthetic that's clean, confident, and modern without overcomplicating things. The bold front grille, squared-off fenders, and muscular stance give it enough truck DNA to be taken seriously, while the smooth roofline, compact overhangs, and contemporary lighting make it feel fresh and city-ready.